The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you are tuned in to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend of your feed, boy, girl, or in between, you are watching and listening to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
And we are just like slowly getting into the hot scorchingness of summertime.
Why?
You barely escaped the whole scorchiness of whatever the hell came before summertime.
Ew.
Don't you know?
Nasty.
Don't you know that if you invoke the heat of summer, Jose, that you're gonna make it worse for everyone? Don't you know that?
Yeah, thanks, Jose.
Listen, there's a lot of people that live here in the state of Florida. I'm pretty sure.
Listen, no, Jose. Just because you have, a bald head and thus, it doesn't get hot on your head as much, we who have hair get hot.
And we get sweaty. It's very.
I was gonna say, y'all didn't see my scorched head last year, did you?
That's a good point.
Listen,
you did get a sunburn on your.
But you can wear a hat. But if we wear a hat, it gets even hotter. Yes.
But Jose
Skill
did get a sunburn.
Skill issues everywhere.
Welcome.
Imagine becoming a victim of the sun. Couldn't be me.
That's Florida every day.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Black Files, folks. I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I am the guy who, apparently, I'm still not able to get my beep boops boop beeping well enough for some of the folks to be able to hear us properly, but have no fear, I'm fixing that right here. Thankfully, I am not alone. Joining me tonight are the usual suspects. First of all, let's go ahead and say hello to the lovely ladies of the Ravens Flock. Give it up for Zayanna Rosen, Dragonfang cosplay.
Hi guys.
Of course.
And don't worry, I'll try and look for a cheapo microphone that does well with laptops. Yes. All right. Because my thing is being stupid.
Okay. Yep. One question: Do you have a microphone plug or an aux plug in there on your laptop?
I don't have any type of microphone. I just have my
plug
computer
in the laptop. You have spot for a microphone in it. No, then I'm gonna find you a USB microphone then. Okay, easy.
Yeah, I have USB ones. Yeah.
There, easy. Okay, and of course, joining us as well,
portable one.
Who is a man who is fighting off the fatigue of work, having stayed overtime in order to keep himself alive. The man with a million opinions and zero apologies, the host of Los Amigos Play, which is live every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. The living head of the Ravens Flock. Give it up for Mr. Angel Mendez!
Greetings, beloved listeners of the files that are black. It is I, Angel. Happy to see you. I apologize if I am somewhat lacking energy, but real life has taken a real bat to my balls. All the same, I will endeavor to provide of you the same entertainment that you come from. So as usual, I hope that you enjoy this show As much as we enjoy it, Mia, get off the bed. As much as we enjoy making it for you.
We appreciate having you here, Angel. Thank you so much for this, man.
Oh, God damn it.
What happened? Is Mia giving you trouble now?
The cat literally he's jumping on my desk and looking at my microphone like she wants to do violent. Mia, I swear to God. Get off.
Dear God.
Off you,
She
now.
wants to join in. Let her join in. Let her join in.
No.
She has not been
Come on,
taught
just
manners
one
yet,
episode.
and she's lewd and she swears a lot and says a lot of slurs in cat.
It's true. I heard Mia one time, and I nearly got canceled just by listening to her. And
You can't catch her. She's too fast.
And of course, folks, let's not forget the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer and content manager for our channel, the host of Wrestle Rewind, which is live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, and our main program, the Ravens Flock, live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you for that. Thank you very much for that warm introduction, Juancho. Happy to be here tonight, and happy to be here with my pals, with my friends here on this channel. And I'm also happy to be here to entertain and inform all our viewers, all our listeners who are watching tonight.
Speaking of which, go ahead and do us a favor and inform our viewers of the usual spiel and schlebeagles, all the good jazzy jazz stuff that we got to do at the beginning of
Not
the
a
show.
problem. I'll go ahead and take over and roll through this hubbubaloo. And much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers
shit.
we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. We here at the Ravens Flock have been working since 2013 to make your voice our mission, speaking out in the world of nerd and pop culture, speaking up for the nerd community, especially here in our local areas, who have been disenfranchised by the powers that be, whether they be overly powerful like celebrities or people who are high on their own supply, or if they run conventions or other channels, or they just try to shit on people for no good reason. They've been
What do you mean, no good reason? There's always a good reason to shit on people.
I'm talking about a-holes who shit on good people for no good reason. The guys that
Yeah, me. I'm the a-hole that shits on good people for no good reason.
Jesus. And of course, those are the folks that we've been working against in order to help uplift and celebrate and uphold the folks in our community that have taken care of us for so long. And with your fine help and your support, we can and will succeed in making this our full-time job. Angel, like I said, he is drained from his full-time job. If this was his full-time job, he wouldn't be nearly as tired. He would be agitated. We'll have to go through at least 3 controllers every quarter of the year in order to make up for the ones that he breaks out of sheer
I will also
gamer
be several times more unhinged and several times more cancelled. My mere presence will become an international crime.
Unfortunately, you're probably right, but the point is, you'll be happy, and you won't be dissatisfied with the job you've got to be doing, because if you're doing what you love for a living, you'll never work a day in your life, just like you said, right, Angel?
Yes.
Exactly. And you guys also get it members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission, by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up here to Nikki Bella, Lisa Boo, Lorraine Lamour, and I saw the Struggler who popped in for a second. He said, "What's good, Flock?" Aw, shit, nope. Noping out on this one. How come, Struggler? Why is this... What's up?
Understandable. This increasingly sensitive situation, sometimes you just want to stay the fuck away from sensitive shit.
Well, sometimes sometimes staying away from sensitive shit might be good for the psyche, but in the long run, it's a little bit harmful to the soul, because we have to expose ourselves to the cold, hard truths of the world sometimes in order for us to strengthen and embolden ourselves, find out what we truly believe in, and take a stand one way or another.
That's why we are here, because this oil spill ain't gonna clean itself.
Exactly. That's what the Big Shell facility is for. So write it.
Big
You're
Shell.
going to have to infiltrate the Big Shell. No, wait, that's
Big
Toy Slasher.
Shell.
That's Toy Slasher and Jose this week on Los Amigos Play. But
Right, Slasher.
But what's more important is, like I said, in the Angel, you said that you'll do the best you can in order to get to keep up your energy despite being drained from your work. What you need is a shot of the good stuff. What you need is to be revitalized. What you need is some proper, wholesome, nutritious energy. Which is why we're here at the Ravens Flock, and I strongly recommend the moment you get your ass over here next time, Angel, that we are proudly partnered up with Glitch Energy. Like Zay likes to say, Glitch Energy is the ideal energy source and smart energy formula to keep you vitalized and energized throughout your workday. Whether you're in class, whether you're doing a 9-to-5 job, whether you're working hard, working out hard, or gaming hard, you want to be able to partake in the best energy formulation you can. And Glitch Energy's patented smart energy formula comes with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. And we can especially attest to how we've all been going bananas over the new Skill Issue flavor, which is their Bomber Popsicle. That's the red, white, and blue popsicle. Good humor stuff. We've been loving this like nobody's business. Angel, you know what's most important about all these energy formulas, right? Not just that it's good for you.
I certainly know. It is certainly good to remind ourselves that we need to drink nutritious stuff because the human body is a machine and requires proper oil. But you know what good a machine needs? Fuel. And more importantly, that fuel has to be high grade. It has to be properly made and it has to taste good to your engine to make that baby purr properly. We're not here just to sell your product because it's healthy for you. To hell with that. We are here to sell your product because it doesn't just taste good, it tastes great. Stop being surrounded by companies that don't care about the beauty and patience time of your taste buds. You don't want something that is good for you. You want something that tastes good. Because if that wasn't true, alcohol wouldn't exist. Don't lie to me. I know what you're saying. Give me your money. It's good.
Great.
But you
Oh, no. Here, I got this.
Please.
Folks, if you go on to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on all of your online purchases.
So don't delay, folks. Go ahead and check out glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel to get 20% off of your order. Again, thank you very much to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You guys really need to rethink your lives. We're probably the worst people to ever work with. I mean, look at who we've got. We've got a bald a-hole. We've got a Cuban a-hole with no filter. We got another Latino a-hole over here who people think that I keep cutting my hair. I didn't. It's just in a ponytail. We have 2 twin a-holes who are adorable, but their adorableness hide their a-holeness. But more importantly, we also have K-Storm, who works in the background, who is the biggest a-hole of them all because she knows every single one of our weak points, and she will not hesitate to use them in the dark at night. Especially yours, Angel. She knows you.
But you see, my friend, I believe that you're going about this the wrong way. While it is true that we are all a-holes, you can never underestimate the power of a-holes when they work together. For example, do you know that the Spanish conquistadors defeated the Mayans because the Mayans basically teamed up with them? You know why? Because everybody hated the Aztecs. So when all the assholes got together with the Spanish conquistadors, the Aztecs stood no chance. And that means that history has proven that there is no greater force in the universe than assholes working together. So let us be the strongest assholes of them all.
Keep working, assholes! Speaking of...
Yay!
Yay! No. We appreciate it, but before we get started, I do have to go ahead and put up our obligatory disclaimer. So tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about something that's extremely sensitive. As we saw, it already ran Struggler away. He ran for the hills because he's afraid. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like talking about this stuff, or maybe he thinks that people aren't being hurt enough, or they're not hurting enough people, or maybe there is enough people to be hurt to go around, or maybe he doesn't want people to get hurt. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader yet, but when I am, I will interrogate the Struggler. He'll never see it coming. What's important is this is going to be a sensitive topic, and this is going to be a very polarizing topic for people who believe in one way or another here. We ask that everyone keep an open mind, and we ask that folks be respectful with your opinions. And of course, this episode of the Black Files we may also bring up images and video that might be disturbing to some viewers. So viewer discretion is advised. All right. Did I cover our ass enough?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You absolutely did.
All right, let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off over here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to jump right into it. Folks, we're facing a humanitarian crisis, the likes of which hasn't been seen since the 1960s. Actually, no, since the 1980s. No, since the 2000s. No, since the 2010. Okay, we've had a fucking humanitarian crisis every decade. It's been a nightmare, and the likes.
I'd be surprised if we didn't have one.
What's up? When?
I would be surprised if we didn't have one for a change.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Like a day without a humanitarian crisis would be splendid. But no, we live in a society, and I'm afraid, guys, this society is punishing us with our hubris. It is making sure that we are never forgiven for our sins, either of our fathers or our descendants. I'm just gonna quit dancing around this. We're facing a crime against humanity, and this crime is something that we can't ignore. And what I'm talking about tonight, folks, is an announcement that was put out earlier today on May 1st, where Amazon's MGM Studios has announced the release date of the 8-part animated series Sausage Party Foodtopia, which will be premiering on Prime Video on July 11th.
Forget the war. Forget the countless innocent people that have died in this stupid worldwide conflict. This is the reason why we should get involved. Why are we protecting this shit?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, fill me in on this?
Okay.
Sausage Party is a CG movie, and it is considered to be by many people.
Nope,
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
Yeah,
I've seen
one of the worst damn
clips and
things
I
ever
say, fuck
made.
that. Nope.
Made by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg in the early 21st century, and probably the greatest compensation to why some people should never be allowed to the right. And more importantly, proof that the interview was lightning in a bottle, because I swear to God, Seth Rogen has never been funny again ever since. The movie is... Okay, let me give you an idea. The first word you hear in the movie is shit. They continue to swear. And there's a video that makes the films go faster every time somebody swears. It reduces the movie to 2 minutes.
Oh my
It
god.
ends before they even leave the store.
The movie is so bad that it makes Food Fight look like an epic.
No, Jose.
It also was an extremely shitty movie on the ground that many of the animators were treated like subhuman garbage, and many of them walked out of there basically with PTSD.
This animated series from Annapurna Television, Sony Pictures Television, and Amazon MGM Studios will premiere on Prime Video on July 11th, 2024, starring Seth Rogen, Kristen Wiig, Michael Cera, Edward Norton, Will Forte, Sam Richardson, Natasha Rothwell, David Krumholtz, and Yasir Lester. And yeah, you can see just from the freaking teaser art over here, it's not going to be any less lewd and disgusting as its original.
Who asked for this?
Based on the...
Who asked for this?
No one asked for this, and I don't know why. Yeah, based off of the 2016 animated feature, as they try to build... Yeah, it follows the animated characters of these food people that are voiced by all these Hollywood comedians, and it ended with a psychotic orgy last time.
Yeah.
So...
Don't forget the psychotic murders that happened before the orgy.
Oh yeah, there was also psychotic murders. Also... Yeah.
It was genuinely an affront to everything that is good in life and in cinema. It was so bad that it was quickly forgotten by everybody, which should tell you how shitty it was. But he also had a reputation for basically treating his, like, artists were treated like complete absolute shit. There was some genuinely fucking bad treatment. And, well, apparently the film was actually a critical and a financial success, which I just found out 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no wonder it's getting its own freaking...
Let me put it this way. It made $141.3 million in the box office off of a $19 million budget.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Other films wish they could have that kind of success. That is astronomical. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't be so surprised that we're getting a TV series. But once again, who asked for this? Who thought this was a good idea? Why are we doing this? Brother, let me tell you, I struggled to laugh. The only funny part of that movie was the song at the start, and everything else beyond that point was the most asinine comedy, with quotation marks, I have ever seen in my entire life. The bottle of tequila turns into a rapist halfway through.
Jesus Christ, it was fucking horrifying.
Who is also... No, I messed up, my bad. The douche turns into a rapist, and he also turns into a serial killer.
It's a douche bottle, of course it's gonna... Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be inserting itself into, a human person's anus. And yeah...
No, that happens at the end. He was doing the bad stuff way earlier.
Good God, yeah, no, like, literally in the...
Dude, I pirated this movie. I regret every bite I spent on it.
Jesus, God in heaven, I am so sorry, guys. But...
No, you're not. Be happy you are not.
But you know what? Like, okay, I'm gonna stop with the gag over here. And yeah, it's crazy. The food rebel against the humans who bought them. They murder them, and they have an orgy to celebrate. Food having orgies. Yep. So you see the main character, who's Seth Rogen, who's a hot dog, fucking a hot dog bun played by Kristen Wiig. So
yep,
it's the dumbest thing of all time, and it's so wrong, and it makes me
Don't forget the part where the big brownie, Mr. Grits, literally forces himself onto a box of crackers because he hates crackers.
Wow, unbelievable.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it. That's horrible. Okay, enough with the gag. I'm sorry, folks. I wanted us to try and be lighthearted to try to ease us into this, but an effort was made. Like, please, just can we get a like for the effort? Can we get some hearts in the chat for the effort, please? Because this is depressing.
Consider that psychological. Consider it psychological.
Priming.
Psychological aid for the pain that we had. For the pain I had to endure. Trust me, guys. Not to quote a more well-known media critic, but I remember that shit, so you don't have to. And trust me, you do not have to.
Like you will regret it. Okay.
Let's get into it, Juan.
Yeah. All right, might as well, folks. And yeah, Lorraine, I used to live near Culver City. I'm embarrassed, but is this so bad it's good or notable? Rotten Tomatoes style, says Lorraine. Your mileage may vary. Like, yeah, I'm not I personally, I will not oppose any kind of corny, dumb, reductive, just lewd and disgusting fucking humor every now and then. But this is people were paid to animate this. They weren't even paid
People
well.
should have been fired. They weren't even paid well. Thank you.
It's an affront to the senses, and it just goes to show you that the human mind is an absolute carnival of horrors, and I, for one, am personally embarrassed to have one. All right.
So pretty much, they were paid less than what people privately commission animators to do furry porn.
Yeah,
they're paid so much less.
Or
that's ridiculous.
Or that one animator dude who who paid $50,000 to animate a music AMV of himself with Charlie from Hazbin Hotel and her getting it on with him.
Look, he doesn't even show that. He somehow blue balled himself on his own video. Come on, man! If you're paying $50,000, you might as well go all the way. You know?
Right? Go figure. Oh my God. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Folks, we're here to talk about the ongoing war happening, if you could even call it a war. A war implies that there's an equivalent exchange or equivalent accountability of power dynamic between the belligerents. Now, this is pretty much a fucking massacre happening in the Gaza Strip, being perpetrated by the nation of Israel upon the Palestinian people who live in Gaza, who pretty much at this point, about 2.3 million Palestinians have been left homeless. thousands of
the absolute level of party wipe. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute disaster. It's horrible. Like over 40,000 civilians have already been killed, half of which are have been accounted for as children. And meanwhile, you've got actual like Israeli defense forces posting videos of themselves on TikTok of them blowing off their ordnance from their Jeep or whatever, where they have like a machine gun mounted in the back, just shooting at already destroyed buildings, just be fucking cuz. As if it wasn't bad enough that they...
We gotta keep taking around because we got footage floating, so they cannot hide what's going on in there. I'm only not that anybody would believe they're dumbasses, but more importantly, so they cannot play innocent. Isn't it amazing how the criminals just dumbass and put all the evidence online? It's great.
Yep.
It's godless and it's
But no, didn't you know that it's all AI? It's AI made by all the liberals who want to incriminate them. Yeah.
No, seriously.
Totally AI.
Man, that is the best AI I ever seen in my life. Holy shit.
Right?
Yeah, no, this isn't...
These are the most realistic war crimes I ever seen.
Right? It's incredible. It's amazing what you could do with CGI these days. Good God.
Jeez.
So... what I'm gonna be discussing here, folks, I'm gonna start us off with just a very simple primer article here. This one from I believe this is supposed to be it's NorthJersey.com. What is this? Hang on. Yeah, it's NorthJersey.com. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this article for you guys. The headline on it reads: "Why are college students protesting nationwide? Campus demonstrations explained." And this is put up by Lucas Frau today for NorthJersey.com. And this is just give everyone who isn't up to date on this just a very simple Cliff Notes version of all this. So I'm going to go ahead and read this off. So if anyone doesn't get it, then we'll get it here. All right. College students all across the country have been organizing demonstrations within their university campus, protesting Israel's attack on Gaza and demanding their school's divestment from companies linked to Israel's military campaign. These protests have reached New Jersey and New York as students from Columbia, Princeton, Rutgers, Fordham, and NYU have staged demonstrations, including sit-ins, building takeovers, and encampments. The crowds at these protests have been increasing all week as Princeton students activists says their encampment reached up to between 300 to 400 people. Hundreds of participants in the Rutgers, New Brunswick encampment on Tuesday and Wednesday. These protests have been met with the arrests of hundreds of pro-Palestinian demonstrators, with almost 300 arrests made at Columbia University and 13 in Princeton on Tuesday, so just yesterday. Protesters at Columbia University occupied Hamilton Hall before the NYPD stormed into the building, making a multitude of arrests. So as you can see here, there's a whole photo gallery of NYPD.
Oh, now the goddamn police show up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Where the hell were they last year when the BLM was literally burning a bunch of buildings and businesses to the ground?
Oh no, they were. The police were there too, and they were arresting and shooting down people who weren't even part of the actual protests, who weren't even part of it. They're just here to protect this property.
For what I need.
Yeah, I know. So okay, so. Subline here. Why are they protesting? Easy. Many of these activists and student organizations are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Pretty simple, right? Can't go wrong with supporting, hey, let's not murder people. Israel continues the war on Gaza, resulting in more than 34,000 dead. 70% of them are women and children, according to the UN, to UN Women, a United Nations organization. The Israeli military bombardment came as a response to the Hamas attacks of October 7th, which left more than 1,200 dead and hundreds of hostages taken. But the protests are making the case that the counterattacks are reaching disproportionate and inhumane levels. I mean, if you want to be absolutely cold and heartless on it, look at the numbers of the people who were affected in the subsequent attacks. October 7th, over 1,200 people were killed and several hundred hostages taken. Let's say on the upside, let's say that's 1,500 people max, right?
Right.
as opposed to 34,000 people killed by Israel. I don't know about you,
It
but
feels like they have already tallied up the right amount of lives to compensate it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
if we wanted to be 100% like just cold and inhumane about it, then yeah, they've already gotten their pound of flesh literally 30 times over. So go fucking yeah. Like if you want to just go on that front, simple fucking calculus. Obviously, none of us here actually think that way because, unlike some of the folks who are rah-rahing some of these massacres, we at the Ravens Flock have human souls. Jose, most of all, because he stole someone else's. Don't ask me how. I'm not allowed to say. So
Don't don't peel the curtain like that, Wancho. Nobody's supposed to know.
Come on, Juan. We
I
gotta
know,
keep kayfabe. We're
Sorry,
supposed to
brother.
still be human.
I know.
Now,
How
that
dare
being
you.
said, when we step outside from the point of numbers, it's pretty damn clear that the war, if we can even call this a war anymore, it's not really done for the sake of retaliation as much as they're using an opportunity to wipe out what they consider to be their political rival and religious rival from the face of the earth. I'll be the first to admit that I was a little confused about the purpose of the protest because I didn't know the whole story. I'm like, yeah, listen, I get it, but Israel is not going to give a shit about what people over here do or say. This is not like the Vietnam War where our military forces were directly compromised with the matter, so the protest actually affected the public here. Like, attempting to actually tell them to stop over there is not going to matter. And then that's when Juan told me the rest of the story, is that they're actually doing the smart thing, and instead of aiming for the actual conflict, they're aiming for the thing that fuels the conflict, and that is the purse strings.
The sad truth is here
Yeah.
that it's no secret. Anybody who knows the first thing about U.S.-Israeli political relations know that pretty much we're their number one arms dealer. The United States of America is Israel's military sugar daddy, for lack of a better term. They're basically using our money in order to buy weapons, in order to continue murdering, like you said, their political fucking opponents and religious opponents. Which means we have an obligation to speak to our our governments and the people in power in our country to tell them, knock this the fuck off. We do not approve of this. You're not doing this shit with our permission. Cut it out. Oh yeah, what do you do? Well, for one thing,
What's the name of that state that has the water problems?
what's that?
What's the name of that state that has the
city,
water problems?
Flint, Michigan.
They still have the water problems.
Yes, they do.
We really could have fixed this a long time ago. You know that?
A long time ago. If there was any political will or, in reality, financial incentive to do so. But since these guys don't have either or, unfortunately, the poor souls over in Flint, Michigan are still stuck with dirty water. Undrinkable, toxic
The
ass water.
purpose of a system
How long
is
has it been?
what it does. Almost a year. More than a year, in fact.
No, it's been a lot longer than
The purpose of the system is what it does.
You want to know how long it's been? 10 years.
How long it's been? Bullshit.
It started in 2014.
Yep, 2014. I just
You're
looked it
telling
up.
me
Yep.
that it's been genuinely a whole decade and we haven't fixed the thing that we should have been able... Well, come on, man. This
America, great,
even-
isn't it?
This isn't even money. This is a common sense issue. We should have fixed this shit already. This is retarded.
Unfortunately,
Again,
I know.
America.
Just a casual reminder that our country is inept when it comes to fixing its own problems.
so let me get...
Yep.
Or to, giving back money to somebody
Right.
instead of taking it away.
Let me get over here back in the North Jersey article here. Students are not only advocating for a ceasefire,
Thank you.
but they're also calling for universities to stop funding companies that profit from or engage in Israel's ongoing military campaign and occupation. Student organizations such as Students for Justice in Palestine at Rutgers New Brunswick University here are calling for their university to end their partnership with Tel Aviv University in Israel. The group that held the encampment on campus held a poster outside of Murray Hall that said, Tel Aviv University holds the bodies of 73 Palestinians hostage. Investment innovates death. Other posters from the Rutgers encampment includes one that reads, I pray for the child of Palestine to wake up to the sounds of birds and not bombs. along with a ceasefire and divestment from Israeli universities and companies that support the Israeli military, many student protests are calling for what they call the, quote, Palestinian liberation and end to Israeli occupation. Similar to protests that occurred in Teaneck in March, students are calling for an end to Israeli settlements in the West Bank, in which international organizations have deemed illegal. Students at the Princeton encampment chanted, "Up, up with liberation, down, down with occupation." A post on SJP Rutgers New Brunswick Instagram shows an activist who attended the university say, quote, "I want to convince people that Palestinians do not deserve genocide or settler colonialism." Some faculty members have supported these student protests. Many Columbia University professors have condemned the university for getting the police involved on Tuesday night and getting rid of the student encampments. They wrote ride, but getting rid. Strugglers back in the chat.
Road.
Yeah, pro-Palestinian students.
Hey!
Yeah, I'll get to Struggler what said in a second. Palestinian students and demonstrations are set to continue this week throughout the country and in New Jersey as conflict still wages in the Middle East. So I'm going to take a look at, what do you call it? At what Struggler said here in the chat. Okay, I'm back to say one thing. It does annoy me that the students don't have the gumption to actually starve for their beliefs, as they expect the universities to feed them during their sit-ins. If you're going to protest, have the balls to actually do it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with him on that one. Like, that was some ballless behavior there. The majority of the students were, for the record, willing to protest and stay the course, but having one of them get on the microphone and basically demand that the university feed them while they're protesting the university, come on, dude, have some morals. You can't fight the man while asking the man for handouts. That's not how that works.
Asking the man for a hand sandwich. I get that.
Exactly.
I actually want to look up some details on that a little bit because I saw some other dipshit calling the protesters woke, and these woke kids have been defeated because they're too woke. I'm like, okay.
I like to think that it was not. I like to think it wasn't all of them. I mean, obviously, it wasn't all of them. But even in the protesting movement, there's always going to be a minority of students that are there for the performance and not for the purpose. You know who those are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do.
Fair weather protesters, you might call them. That being said, though, I will praise the protests for actually aiming for something that is causing the problem, which is money. Attacking the actual source of the issue, well, obviously, you can't exactly go to Israel and start throwing hands yourself. So you might as well do what you can here. If you feel you can do something, you got to understand what is the purpose of a conflict like this and why is it keep going. The machine marches on money. If you cut off the flow of money, the machine has to stall. Or at the very least, it has to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I can understand exactly what you mean, and that's what it comes down to. Like cutting off the purse strings is what's needed. However, at the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier, our wonderful military-industrial complex happens to be the sugar daddies to Israel's military, so it's going to be kind of tough for this to expand outward. However, you guys will be pleasantly surprised at how some of these protests are working out. Now, the closest article that I could find relating to what I believe Struggler may be referring to, I want to double check to see if this is the right one. Oh, Indiana University is... Okay, that was Lorraine Lamour. Let me take a look over here. So this one that I think Struggler is looking up... yeah, he says, going back to being neutral on this, see you next MGS2 stream. Well, we appreciate that, Struggler. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern.
We'll be seeing you later, my dude. Thank you for jumping in.
So I think what Struggler was referring to was this incident that we've got from... It's covered by this article on Newsweek. It reads, pro-Palestinian protesters ask for home-cooked meals. I don't know if this is the same thing. I don't know, but but this is what I'm running with for now. This is by...
I remember there was a girl on the microphone. I wasn't paying much attention to the article the last time.
All right, what was that, Angel? Sit close to the microphone?
Sorry about that. Trying to organize my room while I'm doing this.
No, you're all right,
I remember that the article has something to do with, like... I remember there was a girl on the micro... Hang on, I'm looking for the Twitter announcement because, yeah, I cannot find the damn thing. Never mind. If I see... Wait! Hang on.